Don't give your child melatonin until you've watched this. Now, as much as you may think that melatonin is a natural supplement or vitamin, it's actually a synthetic hormone. So you probably wouldn't give your kids something like the birth control pill, other synthetic hormones, or hormone replacement therapy. This is something that we need to be aware of because melatonin is synthetic, and of course we have feedback loops in our body for all of the hormones that are naturally secreted, melatonin being one of them. When we take it in a synthetic form, those feedback loops between the brain and of course our other clocks in our other organs becomes messed up. And normally our circadian clocks are in tune with nature. So when we give exogenous hormones like melatonin, this can be very dangerous. It can not only mess up our circadian rhythms, but also affect our eye health because we have receptors in our eyes for the natural light and dark cycles of the day, melanopsin being one for melatonin. And this is really important because there has been evidence of damage to the retinal cells because of taking synthetic melatonin. So you don't certainly want to do this for your children. Of course, the same applies to adults as well, and we should not be taking synthetic melatonin. So what are we to do? I've got some great tips to help with kids' sleep, of course, without using that synthetic melatonin. So my first tip, number one, this should be obvious, less sugar. So especially the refined sugar in the diet is an excitotoxin and it wakes up the brain too much and it's very difficult for children who have been eating a lot of sugar throughout the day or drinking it as well in sugary sodas and other drinks, even natural juices, can spike those blood glucose levels too high, and this will offset the normal secretion of melatonin during sleep. Tip number two, no devices after sunset. So it's really important as the sun goes down that those dark signals into our eyes, into our brain, signals that proper release of melatonin later on in the night. And this is important if your kids are on devices, and of course this goes for adults as well, you've got to get them off the devices, especially when it's supposed to be dark. Tip number three, if you can't do that, is to use the blue light blocking glasses. So this is a great way now, if you have to be and the kids have to be on a device, hopefully they don't, but if they have to be, that you're protecting their eyes from that blue light and really blocking out that blue light, which is very excitatory to the brain and of course the nervous system, but also you can't secrete your melatonin if your brain thinks that it's the middle of the day, and that's exactly what our devices do with that blue light, is that frequency of that light, the nanometer, usually around 400 to 500 nanometers, is going to excite the brain instead of helping to calm things down. And tip number four, get outside. So let the kids get outside in nature and play like kids, like I did when I was a kid. I don't know about you, but this is important. You want to exhaust their bodies naturally by having natural movement, exercise outside, in the outdoors, under natural sunlight. This is going to do wonders for their sleep routine. Now, for more information on those blue light blocking glasses and if they actually work, please check out my video, Circadian Rhythms, Do Blue Light Blocking Glasses Work? I'll see you there.